G'day YouTube, and welcome to another battle set of Blaze Battles. So today we're going to go through using the same team I did last time. We're going to try a few battles, climb the ladder and see how we go. I realized last video I didn't really explain the team very well, but I guess the idea is that we're using this team by Sejun Park, who was able to reach #1 last season with it, or last month. And this one essentially uses Drifblim with Unburden and Weakness Policy, and essentially you can activate that using Raichu with Brutal Swing, or you can use Decidueye with Shadow Sneak. Yeah, so that's the main idea, and then there's the others are Arcanine, Urshifu and Amoonguss there to provide support as well. So maybe we'll get into it and give it a crack. So this is my second episode in doing ranked VGC battles. So if you're keen to follow the journey and see how I go, please leave a like and share. And comment below if you think that there'd be a better way to do things. Definitely keen to hear feedback that you guys might have. So hopefully I can see how we go. I did manage to get a higher ranking than I've been able to get in previous seasons, so I may be a little bit out of my depth on this, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully we should not get dominated too badly, but you never know. We'll see what happens. So here we go. That's a pretty high ranked player, so I'm probably going to struggle through this one, but let's see what they got. So essentially they've got an interesting team. I can see Trick Room making an appearance, but then again they've got Dracovish, which should be a bit faster, I would imagine. Terrakion as well. So I can definitely see it. Trick Room as a potential options, especially with Sylveon. Obviously Dusclops. Lapras isn't the fastest either, and Ferrothorn. But so we've got to be kind of prepared for that. I'm thinking we could still probably lead Drifblim though, so I'll put him in for sure. And probably pairing that with, I'm thinking, I could go Raichu with Decidueye. The thing is with, I think we'll go Raichu here, because Raichu would be pretty good. I'm just wondering if they lead with Terrakion though. If they lead with Terrakion, I guess the other one is there's a beat up strategy too we've got to be aware of. So I'm probably going to have Arcanine as well, and I'm thinking we'll go with Decidueye. Hopefully that covers most of the threats. I'm just wondering if they could do Sylveon. Could potentially, I wonder if it's beat up. I guess we'll find out. But let's have a look, see what they come up with. Lapras and Dusclops. Alright, so I'm thinking here they go with Trick Room. So in which case, Trick Room on the Dusclops. I'm wondering if there's a way to disable that. Probably not with Raichu actually. I'm wondering if we do one hit KO it. The thing is Lapras will probably Dynamax here. In which case an Ice attack on Drifblim would be quite painful. Quite painful. But given that fake out, it's not going to be too effective here. I'm just going to try and go for the weakness policy activation with beat up straight up, assuming they're going to Dynamax. I'm assuming they're going to Dynamax Aurora Veil and then Trick Room on the Dusclops. That's what I'm thinking they're going to go with. So I'm going to try and knock it out just straight up with Brutal Swing and Max Phantasm, but we'll see how this goes. I'm expecting, yeah, there it is. I presume that'll be Lapras for sure. But yeah, let's see what how this plays out. I'm just wondering if Drifblim actually survives that hit. May not. Maybe, might. We'll see. Oh, ally switch. Well, that's a bit tricky. Wasn't expecting that. But still get the weakness policy off. And Unburden activates too, so that makes sure that we are definitely outspeeding. But this definitely won't be one shot anymore. It's all right amount of damage, but I feel like we're going to get pounded pretty hard by G-Max Resonance. Yeah, that's going to hurt. But we're still alive, so now they've got a Raw Veil up. So I'm wondering if... I mean, we could try that again. Because I'm... Surely he doesn't ally swap 2 turns in a row. I'm thinking they might go Trick Room here. Which, if that's the case, I'm probably going to try to knock out Dusclops, I reckon. I'm wondering if one will be enough, and then if I can Volt Tackle onto Lapras, whether that will take it out. They do have 1 defense drop. We'll try it. Might not. Oh, Max Guard. Alright. Guess I should have seen that coming. That's right. Hopefully we get the KO onto Dusclops here. And we did, which is fantastic. So that was very much needed. But we'll see how this plays out going forward. I'm not sure what they'll bring out next. We'll see. I'm trying to remember what they had in the back there. But I'm thinking next turn is probably good to go with... so there's Sylveon. Probably good to go with taking down the Lapras, I reckon, with Max Phantasm. And I'm probably going to double up on Lapras at this stage, just to make sure we KO it, because I don't think a Max Phantasm will take it out. Not sure. Oh, it's gone for the double Max Guard. Interesting move. Desperate times call for desperate measures. But unfortunately, that wasn't going to be pulled off. So that's another defense fall on Sylveon, which is good. And Volt Tackle connects, which is always a good thing. So that's Max Lapras down, which is good. Although we kind of did battle it out with our maxes, I guess. So in a way, it's kind of 1 for 1. Oh wow, critical hit. Oh, that was not ideal. Double KO. Yeah, that's... I wonder if that critical hit mattered. I think it did. But that's alright. We'll bring out the next 2. Sylveon still has 1 defense drop, and they still have a Raw Veil up, so we'll probably... should be okay, I think. Especially since Decidueye is physical. So is Arcanine, which is always good. And it's Ferrothorn. This is a pretty good matchup for us, I think. So we'll have to see, and they've lowered it, yeah, okay, the attack lowering on that is good. So I'm just wondering if Ferrothorn protects here. I think even if it does protect, like, we're still going to be pretty good. I'm probably going to go... I'm wondering if we should do a Sword Stance here. But I'm thinking Hyper Voice is going to... actually, we're immune to Hyper Voice, aren't we? So I'm probably going to go with Poltergeist. Yeah, there's a Protect. Should have seen that one. Well, kind of thought it was coming, but you never know, just in case it didn't. Mystical Fire. Oh, that's going to hurt. Okay, interesting. Into Ferrothorn. I wonder why they went to the Ferrothorn and not into Decidueye. That would have done a lot of damage. Okay, so Decidueye is going to be slow here, so I'm wondering if we actually take out the Sylveon just to make sure that we don't get destroyed by that Sacred Fire there. The other way is we could do Shadow Sneak. But yeah, I'm thinking... Would Sylveon have Protect? Probably not, right? So... Oh, my controller just lost connection there, so... but yeah, I'm just going to switch it off just to make sure Arcanine attacks before Sylveon. And hopefully that should take Sylveon out, which is good. And then we should be able to deal with Ferrothorn, especially with Arcanine out. Assuming it doesn't have, obviously, Body Press would be annoying. There's one Iron Defense, which is okay, I think, because I still think a Flame Charge from Arcanine is going to do a lot of damage. Hopefully it'll knock it out, but yeah, I think it's going to be hard for them to come back from this. So yeah, I think we'll just have to keep going on just double attack here. And Flare Blitz connects, and we'll see how much damage that does. Oh, it's not quite enough, really. So hopefully Poltergest can do some good damage. I don't think it'll knock it out, so it might be a Shadow Sneak on the next turn. Or we might have to do more than a Shadow Sneak on that. It's probably going to KO Arcanine. Oof, this is going to be a close one. Definitely going to be a close one. I'm thinking Ferrothorn protects this next turn to get a bit more health back before another Body Press. Which if it does, Swords Dance here would be fantastic. But if I call that wrong, I could lose the game. But I reckon that's what they do. So I'm gonna go for it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there it is, the Protect. I'm happy I read into that. Swords Dance, here we come. Okay, hopefully Poltergeist on this next turn will KO it with the Swords Dance. I'm pretty sure the Aurora Veils... I didn't see it wear off. Did they still have one more turn on that? Should have checked. But hopefully this KOs it with the Swords Dance. I'm thinking it does. Oh, not quite. Another Iron Defense. Alright. This has turned into be a very interesting battle. Aurora Veil's off. So I'm thinking they definitely protect again. But maybe they read into me going Swords Dance and don't. So I'm just going to Poltergeist anyway, because I think with Aurora Veil gone... he did protect. I should have gone with the Swords Dance. But you never know, sometimes you get lucky. But yeah, we'll have to see if this time... I mean, Aurora Veil is down, but now it's recovered quite a bit of health. So obviously a Swords Dance there would have been fantastic, but that didn't happen. Still hit all of my Poltergeists in this match, so that's always good. And that... Oh, so close! Does Shadow Sneak hit through Protect? I don't think it does it? That's that other move I'm thinking of. Yeah, should we Swords Dance? Should we Swords Dance if they go Protect? They could take the gamble and think that we're going to Swords Dance and then go for a Body Press. So it's kind of risky. So I'm just going to Poltergeist here. Just to play it safe. Yeah, they didn't Protect. Which is a good, yeah. It's like a 50-50. There it is. Oh my gosh. What a intense first match. That was really close. Definitely could have lost that quite easily, actually. So, but yeah, good, well played at the end there by my opponent there. They definitely had a good fighting chance. It was almost a 50-50. Pretty much trying to predict whether they would Protect and I would Swords Dance to definitely get that, get the extra bonuses. We'll probably do one more battle, given the length of that one. It was quite long. But yeah, that was pretty happy the way that went. But yeah, obviously, probably should have tried to preserve Arcanine a bit better there. But yeah, it's hard given Arcanine is assault vested, and yeah, it's probably doesn't fare too good against those body presses. But yeah, I guess we did what we had to do and made it in the end. So, all right, who do we have here? So, I'm thinking that probably Drifblim could be still good. I'm thinking they might lead with Grimmsnarl Bravery. Grimmsnarl to set up screens and Bravery for Tailwind. So if we want to counter that, just want to check what Amoonguss has here. Okay, Rage Powder. So we could go for, I'm thinking we could still go with Drifblim, Raichu as the first ones, so I could get a fake out off on Raichu, and we can do Max Hailstorm straight into Bravery, which would be a good start. I'm thinking probably Steelix, I'm not sure on that, but Urshifu looks pretty good here. So I'm probably going to bring that, and I'm thinking maybe Arcanine in the back there. Arcanine will be good against Steelix as well, and Tangela, if they happen to bring that, and Urshifu is good for Snorlax, and Steelix as well, if they do bring that. But yeah, we see. I'm thinking Grimmsnarl Bravery, but let's see what actually comes out. There might be another strategy at play here. Grimmsnarl Arcanine. Okay, interesting move. Not too upset with that. Not ideal though, but I mean, Intimidate's not good for Volt Tackle on Raichu. But I'm just wondering, I guess maxing straight off the bat's probably good. And then we'll probably just try and take out Arcanine. I'm not sure if it'll be Assault Vested or not. The other thing is we could try and take out, yeah, no, we'll try and take out Arcanine. I'm probably going to fake out the Grimmsnarl just to stop screens and stuff going up on the first turn. And we can get a clean max move off. I'm not sure, they might switch out maybe. I wonder if they'll switch out the Arcanine. Yeah, there it is. Switched out the Arcanine into Snorlax. Interesting. I wonder if it's G-Max Snorlax, which could be, I mean, with Grimmsnarl setting up screens and stuff, they could really be going for some, endurance play here. berries and stuff. I have a feeling that's what they're probably going to do, so we'll see. Although this first turn we do get some pretty good damage off, and screens don't get set up on this first turn. And given that he was... I keep getting... That is a very good move. And it's not good for us at all. I'm wondering if we do... I mean, yeah, this is not good. Grimmsnarl can also do... I mean, Grimmsnarl with Raichu out there... Grimmsnarl, I mean, Lightning Rod kind of negates, you know, Thunder Wave, but obviously Grimmsnarl's here to set up screens for Snorlax. Well, Snorlax didn't G-Max, so interesting to see what it does here. It might be Belly Drum, perhaps. But yeah, let's see what comes out. That did no damage at all, so it looks like it's Assault Vested. Assault Vested and probably Belly Drum. Curse. Okay, interesting. Wow, I'm actually quite astounded by how little damage that actually did. Its speed went down, so doesn't look like they're going to bring out any Trick Room antics or anything, but yeah, I mean, with Light Screen up, Assault Vest, this is going to be a very hard battle for us. Just going to see what, 110, 90, but we get Stab on Max Airstream. Yeah, they've done well to actually prolong out my Dynamax here. So I'm probably going to, I mean, yeah, I think we just have to go for it. And I'm probably just going to Volt Tackle, get some physical attacks off. I kind of don't want to withdraw Raichu just because Grimmsnarl could Thunder Wave, and that would be even worse. But, I mean, yeah. Unless he goes for Raichu on this turn. Oh, and there's the G-Max, so he was waiting for the Curse to power up and then G-Max, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I think we're in a lot of trouble at this point in time. Just thinking whether we should have switched to Urshifu there, but then Urshifu is probably going to take a lot of damage coming into it. Obviously we don't really need the speed boost at this point in the game. But I'm just thinking that's going to do the most damage to Snorlax. Hopefully Volt Tackle does something. That did nothing. Wow, this is a really bulky Snorlax. I'm quite impressed. I didn't realize it could actually be this bulky. It must be max investment into hit points and defense with Assault Vest, something like that. I'm thinking, just judging by how little physical and special attacks did. So hopefully the hail chip damage is going to help us out here. I know that's not ideal to be relying on that for a victory, but I mean, you know, every chip helps. Citrus Berry. It's good to have the Ghost type out here just for immunity to, you know, immunity to the G-Max replenish in that regard. So I'm probably going to keep Drifblim out here. Although at this point in time it's kind of dead weight. I mean, this is not going to do much at all. So I'm probably just going to, maybe I should be going for the Grimmsnarl in this case. Yeah, maybe let's go for the Grimmsnarl and try and get off as much damage before we faint. But there's the Reflect, which is not ideal either for Arcanine in the back that we've got. Yeah, this is this is gonna be real tough. That's a bulky Grimmsnarl too. Yeah, I'm really struggling to get through this So there's the G-Max replenish, probably on Raichu by the looks of things. Yeah, that's going to be a KO. So now we're in trouble because we don't have Thunder Rod. Yeah, Thunder Rod. That Thunder Wave could come out, and we could be in trouble. So I'm thinking whether we bring out Arcanine at this point, because I'm pretty sure if we bring out Urshifu, he's probably just going to protect. Actually, he can't protect with Urshifu there, so maybe Urshifu is the next move. But I'm just worried about Grimmsnarl Thunder Waving, in which case then we could be in a lot of trouble. So maybe Arcanine could be a better option here to kind of absorb some of the damage before Urshifu comes out. So yeah, maybe we'll go with that. This is a Assault Vest, although Snorlax is physical, so obviously we won't be taking too many hits from that, but Intimidate is always handy. And we're just going to have to really go for some solid hits on Grimmsnarl, I think. I think we have to take out the Grimmsnarl. But I'm just wondering... Yeah, I can see a Thunder Wave coming out, which I'm not too keen on. But let's see how this goes down. Might be the best bet at this stage in the game. I mean, yeah, there's a Thunder Wave on Arcanine, as predicted, so it's not ideal. I wonder if we go before Snorlax though. We might. Yeah, that's like no damage at all. And we do go before Snorlax, so at least we get one attack off and the Grimmsnarl is fainted. So that's handy. I guess it's 1-for-1 at this stage of the game. But yeah, it's not looking good. And that's on the Arcanine. Which is, yeah, not good, but we do tank that quite well. Drifblim hangs on by 6 health. So we get another attack off on the Drifblim. And Snorlax's max turns are over, I believe. Is that his third max turn? Yeah, it was. Darkness and 2 replenishes. So, yeah, so he'll be back to normal now, which is alright. Tangela. So I'm pretty happy with Urshifu in the back. I'm just wondering whether I bring out Urshifu now and then Arcanine back out again for another Intimidate, or whether we just try and get yeah, let's go for the attacks on Tangela. I'm thinking like we'll just save Urshifu for Snorlax for now and just keep it there, because it's not doing that much damage, although it definitely will knock out one of these Pokemon. But I'm assuming I can knock out Tangela before it can knock out one of mine, which will be the goal here. Oh, Tangela uses Protect. That's well played. That is a very good Protect. So essentially we're losing one. Oh, Arcanine was paralyzed anyway. Oh, recycle. Okay. And the hail stopped. Alright, so which is quite convenient for Drifblim because it now hangs on with 6 health. So obviously we're going to try that again. I'm just wondering if Tangela outspeeds Arcanine and whether, if that is the case, it'd be better to do Icy Wind. So I'm thinking that's probably better at this stage, and then we'll Flare Blitz and try and hit through the Paralysis. Oh, withdrew Tangela. Okay, let's see what... And they've got Arcanine. Interesting. That was a good switch as well. A very good switch, actually. So, obviously Icy Wind is not going to do that much damage. But does reduce the speed, so if there are any speed ties on our Arcanines, obviously we'll be a bit faster. Flare Blitz does go off, but obviously into a not very effective attack. And okay, Darkest Lariat. Let's see, so Drifblim does go down. which is, yeah, not ideal, obviously, because now we're down to Urshifu. So I think the way we come back from this is we have to knock out Snorlax with Urshifu, which I think is doable. It'll just be the Arcanine. I mean, we do have... The alternative is we go Surging Strikes into Arcanine, but I'm wondering if Tangela comes back out. And if Tangela does come back out... I mean, both are kind of a risk at the moment. Snorlax... I haven't seen... Oh, it's Assault Vest, so it can't protect, which is okay. But if we close combat here, and the thing is with Bulldoze, it attacks all of us, which is not ideal. So, I mean, it's Wild Charge. We could Wild Charge, but I'm going to predict Tangela comes back out again. Oh no. Extreme Speed. Yeah. Not ideal. Oh, you're kidding. I thought that would not KO it. Obviously it didn't. 1 health. Yeah, that's a shame. I think that's going to be quite difficult for us to come back from that. Just thinking what a good... So that didn't really do that much damage. I'm thinking Surging Strikes here into Arcanine is probably more of a threat at this point in time. And then we could probably take another one of those from... Actually, no, we can't. That did more than half health. So the question is, does Flare Blitz or something KO us? Maybe, maybe not. Probably does, given we've taken some drops. Yeah, this is going to be hard to come back from. But anyway, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. You never know. Obviously, it's would have been good to get that knockout on Snorlax, but obviously that didn't happen. Tangela in the back there is probably going to be impossible for Urshifu to knock out. And Play Rough is super effective. So yeah, well played by my opponent on that turn. Obviously could have made some better moves there. I guess Dynamaxing first up was not ideal, and probably yeah, maybe should have switched, but yeah, it was hard to predict that, I guess. Seeing the Arcanine switch out into Snorlax was unfortunate when we had a Ghost type attack going into that slot. So probably, yeah, maybe should have read the switch a bit better, I guess, and then tried to come up with a better solution through there as well. So yeah, they definitely stalled out my Dynamax turns, which was well played on their end. So yeah, but anyway, I think that brings us to the end of that battle set. So thanks for watching, and if you'd like to subscribe, comment below. Feel free to add comments if you think there was a better play I could have done there or should have done there. Happy to hear your opinions. But thanks for watching.